Creations. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come, because why not? And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I upload a new video, depending on the option that you choose in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links, you guessed it, in the description box below. So what do I have going on for you for today? Today is part 2 of my 2-part series using these witch's hat wire wreath forms that you can get at the Dollar Tree right now because of Halloween. Now, again, if these are something that your Dollar Tree hasn't gotten in stock, or if you're watching this outside of Halloween, but you still want to do this DIY, I will be showing you an alternative during the DIY, something that you can use instead of the wire wreath form. I can't wait to show you what I do again with these witch's hat wire wreath forms that you are gonna love. It is part 2 to these trees, and I think that you are gonna love this. So let me quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let's do some holiday DIYing on a budget, because why not? Nothing else to do. Okay, maybe there is, but heck, creating's way more fun. Alrighty, getting started. I'll be using, again, 3 of these witch's hat wire wreath forms that you can get from the Dollar Tree right now. But guess what? If you can't get your hands on those, here is an alternative using some of Dollar Tree's foam board or even a trifold display board. And to cut those triangles out of the foam board or the cardboard, I found that using a box cutter is the easiest way to do it. Using your pencil and a ruler, you're going to draw out 3 triangles in this shape. These are going to measure out at 10 inches wide at the base by 20 inches tall, and that's going to give you the same shape here as the top of the hat. So because I've got the wreath forms, that's what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to start off by removing the brim of the hat, just leaving me with these triangles. And to do that, if you just take some wire cutters, you can very easily snip off the brim of the hat. Now that the brims are removed, it's time to move on to the fun stuff, actually putting these trees together, and I can't wait to show you how these turned out. For this next step, you are going to need 3 pieces of felt. Now, again, this was one of those DIYs where initially I didn't catch on to how I could save felt, and on the first tree I used more felt than I needed, but I made up for it in the next 2 trees. You're going to place some hot glue along the wreath form itself, and you're going to cover the front of the wreath form with the felt. Now, if you want to do a bit of patchwork and use scraps, you totally should, because then you're going to be putting your scraps to use. Just cut off that excess felt and save those scraps, because you can see here at the top that I went ahead and did the patchwork, and nobody's going to be none the wiser because it's not going to show. And it's not going to show because guess what? We're covering it with burlap. This is a burlap roll that you can get at Walmart. Would you look at this size? For $5.96. This is a great quality burlap. It's a way better burlap quality than what you're going to get at the Dollar Tree. In all honesty, I like Dollar Tree's burlap because it's very workable, but the quality isn't as good as this. It's a very loose woven burlap. And so for $5.96, this is an enormous roll that you're going to be able to do a lot of farmhouse DIYs with. So we're going to place our tree face down on this roll. We're going to cut out an outline that is about 1 inch wider than our tree, and we're going to save that scrap, by the way, because what we're going to do is we're going to take our hot glue and we're going to hot glue this burlap to the back side of this, in turn covering the front of it. Now, why did I use the felt? Because you can still see through the burlap, and I didn't want to see the wire wreath form. And so if you just use a brown felt, it could be a dark brown, it could be a light brown, and you place that first, when you place your burlap, you're not going to see through it. It's going to look like it's a solid piece. Now you can do this with Dollar Tree burlap too. You're just going to see a bit more of the felt. When you flip it over, this is what you should be left with. Okay, so for this DIY, we are going to have to detour off the crafting aisle at the Dollar Tree, and we're gonna have to make a trip to the tool aisle because we need a roll of this black parachute cord by Tool Bench. It comes in black or white, either one will work, and you're also gonna need some ribbon. Dollar Tree has a great selection of holiday ribbon. whatever holiday it is, they've got amazing selection of it. It comes in a 6-foot roll. I'm not going to use this ribbon because I found this black and white buffalo check one at Michael's by Celebrate It. I had to have this. It says $15. I did not pay that. I paid $7. I'm going to take my wired ribbon and my parachute cord. I'm going to place my cord in between the ribbon and just kind of fold it and sandwich it shut. This is kind of like a bead cord. It's a finishing cord that you'll see on cornice boxes for your window or on furniture, and this is just an easy way to do that, kind of a hack to doing that. And that's how we're going to finish this tree off. And so I'm going to do a fair amount of covering this cord. Now, if you want to measure your tree from top to bottom, going up then down, so you get the correct amount, you can. I'm just gonna eyeball it and do what I think I need. And I don't think I'm gonna have much waste. I might be a little bit short, but I think we'll be okay. Once we've got that cord sandwiched into our ribbon, we're gonna go ahead and flip our tree over to the back side again. We're gonna run some hot glue along this side edge here, and we're gonna place our ribbon. Now, when placing this ribbon, we're looking to place it in a way that when we flip it over, it looks like this. This is the cord here. And so you're gonna wanna do that along both edges. You want your ribbon long enough that you can go up to the top of your tree, kind of curve over and go down. Don't worry about the bottom edge yet because that's gonna come later on. We're gonna finish the tree off with that. Right now, we're just looking to do one full tree with the ribbon just like so. Now, we're not gonna do all 3 trees with the ribbon like this because when they meet up, it's gonna be double. And I know that sounds a bit confusing, but for now, you're gonna wanna do just one tree with both sides. Look at how nicely that finishes off the edge. So you're gonna wanna run that ribbon again up this side and down the other side of this tree as well. To make it a bit less confusing, I wanted to show you the back of the tree so you can actually see where I'm placing the ribbon and the cord. On this tree here, I did both sides. On this tree here, I just did this one side and I did the top. You want to make sure and cover the top of your trees because it's going to give it a finished look, but we're not going to go down the other side. Then we've got a tree here that has no ribbon on it. And that's because when we place it between the 2 trees, you'll see that the edges meet, so there's no need to have ribbon on that edge. But on this last tree that you don't have the ribbon on the edges, you do want to put a bit at the top, again, finishing off that top peak, that rounded edge of the tree. Because if you don't do this, it's gonna look unfinished. Now, when placing these trees together, I found that it was best to hot glue them together standing up, so that way you can get the shape and the form good. It didn't really work laying them down, so once you kind of get them into place and you get them lined up nicely, just take your hot glue and just run it along the side where the ribbon is and just kind of hold them together. So you can see we've got our tree put together, but this bottom edge is not finished, and so that's not gonna work for me. So now would be the time that we're gonna go ahead and hot glue some of the rope ribbon, our beaded finish along that bottom edge. Look at how nice that looks, and again, how nicely it finishes it off, and this really is starting to look like a piece that you would find at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. But of course, you know I'm not gonna be happy with it with just the way it looks. And since I had my chalk out because I was doing other DIYs using my chalk, I'm gonna go ahead and just add some chalk here to distress it. Chalk is such an easy, budget-friendly way to distress as well. Heck, you don't need a chalk palette like I have. You can very easily go and get kids' sidewalk chalk and use that, and you're gonna get the same outcome. How cool is that? And so I'm gonna go right up along each edge and I'm gonna distress this, adding some age to it. Again, this is optional. This is your DIY. Take what you like, leave what you don't, and make it your own, I say. Do it to suit your decor. This is gonna suit my decor because everything in my house is distressed, so why wouldn't this be? And since Dollar Tree already has their ornaments out, I grabbed some. I grabbed this set of red trucks and these glitter snowflakes because I think that these are going to be a nice combination to add to this tree. And so just using some hot glue, I'm just gonna sporadically or randomly, strategically, who knows, I'm gonna place these red trucks and these snowflakes on the tree. I'm gonna leave the wire because I think it's fun. It kind of makes it look like it's being hung. But on that wire, I am going to add a twine bow. I'm gonna finish it off just to kind of give it more of a finished look. And so, yeah, this tree keeps falling over. Let's try that again. Take 2. I thought I was gonna use the brown twine, but I felt like it was just getting lost in the burlap. And since I had some black twine from Michael's that I picked up in a haul a couple months ago, I thought that this would be the perfect finishing touch. It would tie in the black and white gingham. It would bring out the red truck, the tires, bring out the distressing on the sides. It was perfect, and I am so happy with the way this looks. Let's go take a look at it. I'm not gonna lie, I love this tree. I am obsessed with it for so many reasons because it has everything that I love on it. It's got the burlap, it's got the red truck, it is Christmas, it's got the finished edges of the black and white check, buffalo check. It's got distressing because farmhouse is dirty. I love this. I think it was such a fun piece to make using those wire wreath forms or even using foam board or cardboard. It really can be done either way. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think that doing it out of foam board or cardboard would probably be cheaper because if you bought the tri-fold display board, you're gonna get all 3 triangles for $1 versus buying 3 of the hats that you're paying $3 for. I think just using the hats, it makes it move a bit quicker and easier. But honestly, is cutting cardboard or foam core really that hard? It really isn't. And you're gonna get the same amazing outcome. I hope you all enjoyed this 2-part series of making these trees, the harvest trees, and now this burlap Christmas tree. I had a lot of fun making these. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get this video to, you guessed it, 5,000 likes, because like I always say, each and every one of your thumbs up and those comments that you do leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, please stay positive, and bye for now.